Learn English through stories C13. Adopted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents: 1. The garden chair. 2. The patient cat. 3. The mouse and the weasel. 4. My birthday. 5. Rita complete her homework. 6. Picture dictionary page. 1. The garden chair. 2 brothers, Bindi and Pindi, lived with their mother in Jandiala. Their old auntie lived in Jamshire. Bindi and Pindi were flying their big kite. It pulled at its string as hard as it could. "It's a fine kite," said Bindi. "It flies well." "It will bump into that cloud if it doesn't look out," said Pindi. "There it has, and it's taken a little corner out of it too." "Let me hold it for a bit," said Bindi. So he held it and enjoyed feeling the tug and pull of the eager kite far away up in the sky. "Bindi, Pindi," called their mother. "It's dinner time, come along quickly, bring down your kite and put it away." "Oh no, Ma," called Bindi. "It's flying so well, can't we tie it up and leave it to fly?" "No," said his mother. "Pull it down. You know we're going over to old Auntie Paulo after dinner, and we'll have to run to catch the bus Gil travels, I expect. Pull your kite down at once." "Don't let's," whispered Bindi. "Let's tie it to something, and it can fly all the time we're having dinner. It will love that." "What can we tie it to?" asked Pindi. "Oh, I know. Let's tie it to Map's old garden chair. That will hold it well while we are having our dinner." So they tied it to their mother's old garden chair, and then went in to their dinner. But while they were having their dinner, the wind grew very much stronger. It was almost a gale. Woo hoo hoo it went, and the kite tugged hard at its string. The old garden chair gave a sudden little hop. The kite had pulled so hard that it made it move. The kite tugged at its string again, and the chair gave another little hop. Then the wind blew so hard that the kite tugged wildly, and will you believe it, up into the air went the old garden chair, swinging at the end of the long, long string. The kite flew higher in the sky and further away. The chair hopped over the wall and flew up into the air too, and it even flew over the roofs of houses. My word, it was having the time of its life. It flew over many small villages, Thabal Kai, Kangnual, Duali, etc. It flew, and then, dear me, the knot in the string began to come loose. Soon the chair would fall. It might break itself into pieces. It began to be afraid. The wind dropped a little, and the kite flew lower. The chair dropped lower too, and almost touched a wall it was swinging over. Suddenly the knot came undone, and the string parted from the back of the chair. But it hadn't really very far to fall. It fell into a little garden, behind a bush, and there it stood, feeling shaky, wondering where it was. Now old Auntie Paulo had been hanging out her washing on that lovely windy day. She had washed all the morning, and she was very, very tired. It was nice out in the garden, and she thought she would like a little rest out there. "If only I had a garden chair to rest in and to ease my tired old legs, wouldn't that be lovely?" she thought, pegging up the last shirt. "How I wish I had a comfortable old garden chair for myself." Plop! Something fell down that very moment behind the nearby bush. Auntie Paulo was startled. She went to see what it was. "Bless us all, it's an old garden chair, dropped right out of the blue as I wished my wish," she said in astonishment. "Well, there now, it's just what I want to sit in and rest my old legs. I'll have a little snooze." So down she sat and shut her eyes. The chair was so comfortable and fitted her exactly. "It couldn't be better," she said sleepily. "Oh, how lovely to have a wish come true. I really must tell Bindi and Pindi and their mother when they come to see me." "Well, they're on their way in the bus, of course." And what do you suppose Biondai's mother will think when she sees old Auntie Paulo fast asleep in the old garden chair that really belongs to her? And what will Bindy and Pindy say? Well, if ever a wish came true, Auntie Paulo's did that afternoon. And if I know anything about her, she's going to keep that chair. As for the kite, it's still flying. Look out for it. It's black and blue, with a smiling face and a tail made of yellow and red. I'll let you know if I see it. 2. The Patient Cat. A spotted cat, Felina, lived near a river. She used to hunt around the banks of the river. The animals she most hunted were mice, squirrels, rabbits, etc. One day, she decided to climb a tree and find some food. Felina found a nest, but there was nothing in the nest because it was just built. So she said, "I will wait." Felina was a patient cat, and she was never in a hurry. She waited a week. And then she climbed up again to the top of the tree and peeped into the nest. There lay 2 lovely blue eggs, smooth and shining. Felina said, "Eggs may be good, but young birds are better. I will wait." So she waited. While she was waiting, she caught mice and rats. Felina washed herself, slept, and did all that she should do to pass the time away. When another week had passed, she climbed the tree again and peeped into the nest. This time there were 4 eggs. But Felina said again, "Eggs may be good, but young birds are better. I will wait a little longer." So she waited. While she was waiting, she caught a good-sized rabbit. It was yummy. After some days, she climbed up the tree again. What did she see this time? There were 6 lovely eggs. You know, Felina was a patient cat. She said again, "Eggs may be good, but young birds are better. I will wait a little longer." So she waited a little longer and then went up again to look. Ah! There were 6 tiny birds, with big eyes and long necks and yellow beaks wide open. Then Felina sat down on the branch and licked her nose and purred, for she was super happy. "It is worth a while to be patient," she said. But when she looked again at the young birds to decide which one she should take first, they were still too thin. Felina was shocked because she had never seen anything so thin in her life. "Now," she said to herself, "if I were to wait only a few days longer, they would grow fat. Thin birds may be good, but fat birds are much better and tastier. I will wait." So she waited. And she watched the father bird bringing worms all day long to the nest. She said, "Aha! They must be fattening fast. They will soon be as fat as I wish them to be. Aha! What a good thing it is to be patient." As Mahatma Gandhi said, "To lose patience is to lose battle." Felina thought to herself, "In my case, to lose patience is to lose fat birds." At last, one day, she thought, "Surely, now they must be fat enough. I will not wait another day. Aha! How good they will be." So she climbed up the tree, her mouth full of water. All the way she was thinking about the fat young birds. And when she reached the top and looked into the nest, it was empty. Then Felina thought about what somebody else said, "A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush." Felina sat down on the branch and thought, "Well, the birds in the nest took advantage of my patience. I wish I had listened to what William Ward said, opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them, those blue, smooth, shiny eggs, meow meow." 3. The Mouse and the Weasel. A weasel. Weasel is small mammal with reddish-brown fur and a long body that can kill other small animals such as mice and birds for food. Once there lived 2 friends, the mouse and the weasel. You may think, how can a weasel and a mouse become friends? Because usually weasels kill mice and eat them. But here, the story is different. One day, the weasel killed a female mouse. The mouse was pregnant. Seeing the little, tiny babies of the mouse, the weasel vowed that he would not eat mice again. The weasel was a clever animal and content. But the mouse was greedy. Not very far from them, there was a farm. Gurmit Singh lived alone on the farm. One day, the farmer locked all his rooms and he went to Canada to visit his daughter. The mouse discovered that no one lived on the farm anymore. He found a small in the storeroom. The storeroom was full of corn. The mouse visited it every day and ate some corn. One day, the mouse decided a small mammal with reddish-brown fur and a long body that can kill other small animals such as mice and birds for food to stay in the storeroom. It was nice and comfortable there. He slept in one of the corners of the storeroom and did his droppings in the other. A week later, the mouse wanted to go out and take fresh air. He was also very thirsty. But now, the mouse was too fat to squeeze through the hole. The mouse cried and wailed. When the weasel was passing by the farm, he heard the mouse lamenting. He came to the mouse and said, "Friend, there is only one way to get out. Go on hunger strike and wait until you are thin enough to squeeze through the hole." 4. My birthday. This is what my grandmother told me about the day I was born. I was born on a warm summer day in July. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. It was a beautiful day. My parents were so happy to see me their first child. I was born at 8:00 am. I weighed 7 pounds and 6 ounces, 3.35 kilograms. I have always been a healthy baby and child. I have never had any serious illnesses. I have always been a good eater. My family has always been very close to me. We are all supportive of each other and love spending time together. My birthday is always a special day for my family. We usually have a big party with all of my friends and family. There is always plenty of food and drinks. We all have a great time. I am so lucky to have such a wonderful family. I am so grateful to God that I was born into a prosperous family. Sometimes I feel sad about the children who live a miserable life. Some of them do not even live in concrete houses. 5. Rita completes her homework. Part 1. Part 2. Answers on the next page. Answers. Part 1. 1. Please don't make so much noise. I'm trying to work. 2. We need to leave soon. It's getting late. 3. I don't have anywhere to live right now. I'm staying with friends. 4. I need to eat something soon. I'm getting hungry. 5. They don't need their car anymore. They're trying to sell it. 6. Things are not so good at work. The company is losing money. 7. It's not true what they say. They're lying. 8. We're going to get wet. It's starting to rain. Part 2. 1. What's all that noise? What is happening? 2. What's the matter? Why are you crying? 3. There's a mother. Is she working today? 4. I haven't seen you for ages. What are you doing these days? 5. Amy is a student. What is she studying? 6. Who are those people? What are they doing? 7. I heard you started a new job. Are you enjoying it? 8. We're not in a hurry. Why are you walking so fast? 6. Picture dictionary page.